Seekonk Grand Prix Bandolero Bandits. Preferred towing pulling off, heading down into the center of the infield, and we're ready to go. Looking for the green. Cam waves the green flags, and we're underway as they head down the front straightaway. R.J. Murphy and Ryan Van Ness Jr. roll the field on it to turn number 1.
Yeah, but take a look at Parker Davis. He was trying to work the inside, but Aaliyah DeSoma cut it off some 3 wide in that battle for 4th. Kelly in there with Robideau, who gets a little loose.
Robideau chasing that car up the racetrack, settling it back in as the 14 of Parker Davis slides up to the 4th spot. Robideau back up on the outside. The 99 of Melania sits right there in tail, and all of a sudden Darren Krantz is slicing through the field like a hot knife through butter. He is already up inside the top 8 after starting scratch. Works the inside, contact with Robideau. Both cars able to straighten out and keep going.
Yeah, but that's going to cost Robideau a few places. Meanwhile, DeSoma closing in on R.J. Murphy for the lead. There's single file down the checkered bricks there. 12 to go.
Down the back stretch they go. DeSoma settles into the number 2 spot, trying to close in on Murphy. Murphy missed much of 2021 with a broken ankle that he suffered during a practice session here. Got back behind the wheel and just said, "Dad, I need more speed." And while he sets the pace, here comes Melania Shalosky up into the 3rd position, closing in on DeSoma as they hit 3 and 4.
And Van Ness closing in on both of them as well. Murphy with a comfortable lead. The 14 of Parker Davis in there as well. He sits in 5th place. He could use a top 5 finish to maybe get some good momentum coming his way as we close out the first half of the season.
Shalosky slides up into the 2nd spot, now sets her sights on the leader down into turn number 1, nose to tail off the 2nd corner. DeSoma drops back a couple of car lengths with Van Ness on her tail. 14 of Parker rounding out the top 5. Darren Krantz getting some momentum going. He's up into the 6th spot now as he slides underneath Nick Urich Jr., taking that spot away.
Yeah, meanwhile, Melania Shalosky overtakes R.J. Murphy for the lead. Aaliyah DeSoma still in 3rd. Van Ness Jr. trying to battle her out for that spot.
Cross flags out, 8 laps complete, 7 to go, and Nick Urich Jr. doing the crossover move on Krantz, getting that spot. Battle for 3rd off of turn number 2. Van Ness takes a look to the inside of DeSoma, got a little bit crossed up, gathers it back in as they hit turns 3 and 4. DeSoma up on the outside, Van Ness down low in that black and yellow number 11.
And the white of Parker Davis entering that fray as well. Shalosky getting a good-sized lead as she heads down the back straightaway.
Top 5 for nose to tail. Keep an eye on that battle for 6 between Nick Urich Jr. and Darren Krantz Jr. They have been swapping that position back and forth. One will get ahead, the other will do a crossover move. They're able to swap the position and gather it back in. And right now it is Urich working that inside groove with Krantz up on the outside. The field rolls off at turn number 4, 4 laps to go. As Krantz gets sideways, a little contact with Urich off of 4.
That's the 2nd time Krantz has been caught in a kerfuffle a little bit, but nothing major there. Shalosky will round turn 4, lead the way. Murphy and DeSoma follow her. 3 laps to go.
With that fight for 6th, here comes Colin Van Ness in the number 78, right back into the fight. Bryson Robideau gets a little bit sideways, gathers it back in. As right now the big battle is for 6th. Urich has it, Krantz and Van Ness racing side by side for that position. Ryan Van Ness takes a look to the inside of DeSoma with less than 2 to go.
Shalosky still maintaining that good size advantage. Robideau spins around. The white flag is out and the yellow flag is out.
Bryson Robideau having a hard time getting the handles on his number 38, and just as he was starting to go, they threw the yellow.
The green is in the air. Shalosky brings the field down. We're back underway. 3 to go. Already R.J. Murphy trying to work the outside as Ryan Van Ness Jr. takes 2nd. Murphy settles for 4th. Nick Urich Jr. is into 3rd. But look at Darren Krantz on the inside trying to work it out. 2 laps to go. Shalosky still leads. The battle now is for 4th. R.J. Murphy and Colin Van Ness Jr. Murphy working the outside as he falls back to 6th, with Krantz finding himself in the top 5.
Macedo throwing it in hard and deep down on the inside. He and Bryson Robideau make a little bit of contact. That is the battle for 7th as the white flag unfurls. So Melania Shalaski leading the charge down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. There's a checkered flag one more time, and it is Melania Shalaski picking up her 2nd consecutive win. 2nd place going to Ryan Vaness Jr. And how about that run by Nick Urich Jr.? A week ago sidelined after an appendectomy, begged, pleaded, and did everything he needed to do. The doctors gave him the clearance, and he finds himself on the podium here this evening. Darren Krantz finishing 4th, Colin Vaness rounding out the top 5. Zach Kelly going around right after the checkered flag.
I'm going to chat with our 3rd place finisher first, Nick Urich Jr. Pound it. Come on, man. All right, Nick. You missed last week, right? You feeling all right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. 3rd place after you missed a week. What's going through your mind right now?
It's just like my best finish, so I'm kind of like excited, and I never thought this would have happened today.
You came out of that caution really, really strong. What did you think with caution flag coming out 3 laps in? How did you feel about your chances to finish top 3?
I thought there was no way I was finishing top 3 when I got pulled back to like 7th, so it was great picking up all that yard.
I know you have some people you want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my grandpa, my grandma, DMS, International CDL, my sister, my doctors, and good job, Ryan.
Awesome job, Nick. Congratulations, kid. One more time for Nick Urich Jr. Our runner-up, oh my goodness, I love it. Ryan Vaness Jr., congratulations, Ryan. 2nd place, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting one step closer into that 1st place finish into victory lane. Really got to thank Nicholas for pushing me on the last restart because he really helped me get that 2nd finish. That kid deserves a 3rd place and get better results in the next few weeks. I thank my dad for making this a good car. We struggled in practice and qualifying. He got it figured out how to make it really good in the race. I got to thank my mom, my sister, my family and friends. I thank all the fans for being out there. I'll get this win for all you guys for next week. I got to thank my sponsors, Rhode Island Toronto Clowns, Anchor Paws Rescue, Tony Seafood, International CDO, and A&A Auto Parts.
Great job, Ryan. Congratulations. 2 in a row for Melania Shalaski. Congratulations, Melania. All right. This is probably your best race, I think, of this season. This is a lot better than last week. You're a Triple Crown finalist now. Congratulations. You faced a lot of pressure from RJ Murphy early on in this race. How did you feel about that?
Well, the whole race was kind of stressful. And, we had a really good run going for us. It made my nerves get a little wild at that last couple laps because we had a really good run going, and then the yellow came out. But I was kind of nervous through the whole race. I was really scared that something was going to happen, but I guess nothing did happen.
Well, that caution came out, and it was almost like, well, this is worst-case scenario for Melania Shalaski. What was going through your mind when the yellow silk waved?
Oh, man. So going on the restart, I was really nervous. I felt that someone would try and jump the start, or like they'd spin me trying to get underneath on the first lap.
Well, it didn't prove to matter because you find yourself in victory lane 2 weeks in a row, and you're a Triple Crown finalist. I know dads thank your sponsors, so who do you want to thank?
So I would like to thank Right Away Solutions, DeWalt, Little Creek Excavation, C&B Fabrications, DNR Paintings, Competitive Edge Coatings, Earth Elements, Phil Rondo, my mom, my dad, my Grammy, my granddad, and I'd also like to thank all the fans for coming out tonight to watch us race.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, from Melania Shalaski.